All right, welcome back, everybody. We are going to do a pod review for you. And it's going to be on a pepper back here, which we are trying to get all these out of the way on this thing right here. Okay, and that I believe is Cap 455, right? Just make sure. Cap 455. It kind of looks like Aji Verde, but believe it or not, this is not an Aji Verde. This thing is weird. And they're hard to get off the plant. That's that. Let me grab another one or two of these and give it a couple views of a few of these things. Alright, so I accidentally shut my camera off, so let's take a better look at these. As you can see, let me grab a couple of these and bring them in the light. Show you some of the designs that these peppers have. Here's a small one. This is the one we'll probably taste test. Nice little pepper. Looks very similar to the Aji Verde. This is Aji Verde right here. Okay. Very similar, but not quite. They're a little different. Aji Verdes, oftentimes they get this round dolphin nose on the end of it, but oftentimes it might just be a point like this. Now, these had the dolphin nose last year. It's the same plant, so this year they're putting out little pointy noses instead of dolphin noses. But that's it right here. Gorgeous little pepper. Let me try the other one. The other one's very interesting. This is a very interesting pheno for this pepper. Look at these weird grooves in this thing. Look at that. That is freaky of nature. It's got a nice long dolphin nose on the end of it. Look at that, like a big nose. Almost looks like a fish almost. There's big deep grooves in this variety. It's just really strange looking. Really cool. Cap 455, I believe is what I said. But that's it right there, guys. Let's turn you around and give that a go. Alright guys, here we are. We're doing another pod review today, and it's going to be on this thing right here, and this is the Cap 455. I believe that's what I said. I don't feel like going back there to look again, but I think it's Cap 455. If it's not, the right cap number will be in the title and description. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't think it's 544. I think it's 450. I'm dyslexic, so I get things backwards very easy. So, but anyway, that's it. That's it in a nutshell right there. Nice little nose on that thing. This is a baccatum, by the way. Again, you can tell the baccatums because they usually got these very long stems on it, and they swing like this. And baccatums are also known as Capsicum pendulum, and that's the reason why they named it pendulum, because of what is pendulum? A pendulum. Yeah, you got it. I told you you'd get it. And so pendulums swing like that, and that's why they named this Capsicum pendulum, or Capsicum baccatum variety pendulum would be the full name of most species, or most varieties anyway. They only use the word pendulum to describe certain varieties of baccatums. Varieties that have been brought into cultivation. Baccatums were generally not very big. Market sold peppers like Annams or Chanseys, so they, a lot of local folks would cultivate them, and they would eventually bring it out into the market. So the cultivated, commercialized versions are referred to as pendulums. That's the only difference. That's all that really means. But they use the word pendulum to describe it because it swings like a pendulum. A little bit of information for you if you didn't know. All right, so there it is. We're going to give that a bite right now. Like a sweetness to it. No heat so far. Wow, that thing had like a very strange. It had a sugary type of sweetness to it. Sugary. It wasn't sweet like, oh my God, I just ate, a sugar cube. Not like that. But it did have, for a sugary flavor, it was pretty strong. But light at the same time. I guess it's the type of sugar it is. Maybe pure fructose is kind of like that. But it was sweet, like a candy type of sugar. And it had a nice, weird kind of a taste. Take another bite. That is really strange, guys. That thing was like sugary sweet, like eating a piece of candy cane sugar, but not intensely sweet. It was sweet up front, so the sweetness laid itself across the palate of my mouth, and then it disappears. It's like a light type of fructose of sweetness of some kind. But it was sweet. It tasted like sugar, to be honest with you. So far, this pepper did not have an inch of heat on it. It is a sweet baccatum. It's kind of unusual. Usually bacatums have some kind of a heat on them, but this was like a sweet baccatum. So that's a little on the strange side, to be honest with you. I'm usually used to bacatums being very, very hot or whatnot. The other strange thing about this pepper is if you look at the inside, there's barely any seeds in there. I mean, it's like maybe a dozen seeds on that pepper. That was about it. The whole placenta is basically empty. And that sweetness was very weird, man. Now, did it taste like baccatum? Not really, to be honest with you. This didn't taste anything like a baccatum. Instead, it tasted like a piece of candy of some kind, like a sugary candy. Take another bite here. It's definitely a baccatum, I can tell you that for sure. I'm pretty confident. I'm like 90% sure that that's a baccatum. It could be an anum or something else. It tastes, if you were to put it like in the flavor, like the base part of the flavor, it would probably taste more like a green or red, a ripened red bell pepper, slightly kind of like flavor. It doesn't taste anything like baccatum. It has like a slightly bell peppery flavor and ripe bell pepper, the red type of bell pepper, not the green, the red, sweet, sugary type of bell peppers. This is kind of tasted like that a little bit, and it was just very light in flavor. The flavor itself was just really light. It's really hard to grab anything from this. There's absolutely no heat on it at all. It could just be this one has no heat on it. I don't know. This doesn't have any heat. It's a sweet pepper. And again, it doesn't taste like baccatum at all. So I'm starting to question whether this is even a baccatum. I don't know if this is even a baccatum because of the flavor. I mean, it's pendulum like a baccatum. I think the flowers even look like baccatum flowers, but I don't know, that the fruit does not taste like baccatum. Bacatums have a very distinctive type of flavor. This tastes nothing like baccatum at all. Not even the slightest. It tastes kind of like a red, ripe bell pepper type flavor, but really light, really, really light, with a stronger, rich type of candy-like type of sugar flavor in it. It's a really strange pepper, guys. This one's definitely an oddball. I definitely got to explore this one a little bit more because it's just different. That sugar flavor is just, that is so strange. Like, I mean, it's sweet like a sugary type of candy or something. I don't know. That was really strange, guys. Really, really sweet. Very, very sweet enough for me to, in general, you guys probably don't know this, but I don't eat sugars. I generally stay away from sugar, and I try to stay away from flours, though. You need to eat breads and stuff like that with some meals, because how could you eat a hamburger without a bun, right, type thing. So I generally stay away from sugar altogether. I don't drink any sugar drinks. I don't eat any candy. I don't eat any cakes. And so I'm very sensitive to the taste of sugar. I can really pick up sugar a lot in fruits, and if there's sugar in anything, I'm going to tell you there is, because I'm very sensitive to sugar. I like sugar. I just need to stay away from it, all right, for health reasons. So, the only thing I can tell you is I'm really picking up on the sugar in this thing pretty good. It's really, it's not just a little bit of sugar here. I'm picking it up pretty strongly. I got to really look at those flowers a little more closely and just make sure that they look like baccatum flowers and not anum flowers where they're white. If they're white, then you know it's an anum or a chansey. If they're, if they're got the little yellow around each petal, then it's a baccatum. There's no other plant that actually, other species, that does that. There's no, you can get anums or chanseys that make purple flowers and different rings of purple, but they don't make that pattern of yellow on each petal like that. Only bacatums do that. Even pubescents, they're like purple. You could almost kind of confuse a pubescence flower with a chansey or an anum flower that's purple, But you could tell the difference. If you grow pubescence, you could look at that and say, no, that's a pubescence and not a animate. This, I got to look a little closer. I'm pretty confident this is a baccatum. I could be wrong, because baccatums are the only ones that I think I know of that swing like this. That is a strange one, guys. Seriously, that is a strange one. So anyway, I don't know what to say about it. It's just pretty much a sweet pepper with a sugary type of flavor to it. And it kind of tastes like bell pepper as far as that goes, but no heat at all. There's not an inch worth of heat on it. So you can feel safe to pretty much buy these and not worry about heat. Though I haven't eaten enough of these to tell you for sure that it may not contain a little heat from here and there. But just from that last pepper, there was absolutely no heat on it at all. So, but that's really it, guys. That's my pod review for the Cap 455. What I'll do is I'll put whatever information I can find about it, if there is any, in the description below. And you can pick up seeds for this on hrseeds.com. I'll also leave a link there where you can get those seeds. It'll bring you right over to this page for this thing. And you'll be able to buy your seeds there. Alright, so really that's it, guys. That was my pod review for the Cap 455. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.